Hello student, in this video I am going to discuss about the types of salt. Easy tricks will be there. So how to identify the different type of the salt in easy way. In this video I am going to discuss. So for example, you can see generally salt is formed by the one acid, one base. One acid is react with the one base, it will forms the salt plus water. So here now these are the types of the salt. So first example, you can see this one, no, normal salt. What is meant by normal salt? Normal salt is nothing but the salt is formed. For example, I am writing like a one base I am taking, one acid I am taking, so it will form like a NaCl plus H2O. So this is the salt, no. Here in this salt, here NaOH is there and H is there. So when they are combining, it is forming the NaCl, it is forming. So in this salt, there is no replaceable. Further, there is no replaceable of the H plus and OH minus ion. That means any salt is formed, in that we should not see the H plus and OH minus ion. That type of salt is called as a normal salt. So for example, if you see that I am taking the one acidic acid I am taking, so it is react with the sodium hydroxide. So right now what will happen? So it will form the CH3COO Na is forming. Here there is no H plus replaceable H plus and OH minus ion. So that means replaceable H plus ion, OH minus ion. So this H can be replaceable. This OH minus can be replaceable. So finally it is formed the sodium acetate. These three H is not replaceable. So any normal salt, in the sense the salt doesn't containing the replaceable H plus and OH minus ion. So next one, you can see this one, no, what is meant by the acidic salt. So acidic salt, the salt, whatever the salt we are seeing, they must have the replaceable H plus ion. Whatever the replaceable H plus ion should be there. So for example, I am taking the sodium hydroxide. I am taking sodium hydroxide react with H2CO3, carbonic acid. So here carbonic acid, replaceable hydrogens are 2, sodium hydroxide replaceable OH minus are 1. So right now it is forming the compound will be like NaHCO3 plus H2O. Now you can see two replaceable hydrogen ions, but here only one hydrogen ion only replaceable. So one more it can be replaceable. Though, so this is called as a, here you can see this one is a replaceable H plus present. So that's why this is called as a acidic salt we are calling. So like this you can see one example. For example, KOH plus H3PO4. So right now KH2PO4. So these are the replaceable H plus ion. So replaceable H plus ion present in the salt, that salt is called as a acidic salt. So next one, you can see this one, no, basic salt. So what is meant by basic salt? So basic salt is nothing but one, here it is containing the salt containing the replaceable OH minus ions. So for example, I am taking calcium hydroxide, I am taking, it is reacting with the HCl. HCl, one hydrogen we can replaceable, calcium hydroxide, two hydrogen will be replaceable. This is also called as a partial neutralization, also we can call it. Right now what happens, Ca, out of two hydrogen, only one hydrogen is replaceable, Cl plus H2O. So this salt containing replaceable OH minus ion, na? So that's why this is called as a basic salt. So like that only this is also basic salt. OH minus ion should be there, replaceable OH minus ion should be there. Next one is called as a mixed salt. So what is mean by mixed salt? Mixed salt is nothing but which containing the salt containing more than one cation or anion. So for example, I am taking sulfuric acid H2SO4, sodium hydroxide plus potassium hydroxide. By using these three, I am making the one salt NaKSO4 here. You can see here Na plus cation, K plus one more cation, SO4 minus 2 ion, and 1 ion. That means more than one cation, one ion should be there. So one more example, if you see here, For example, calcium hydroxide is there here. It is reacting with the HCl, it is reacting with the HOCl, it is forming CaOCl2. Here you can see Ca plus 2, O also having the negative charge, chlorine is also having the negative charge. That means you can see this one more than the one cation or more than the one anion you have to see in this salt. So such type of the salt is called as a mixed salt we are calling. Next one is called as a double salt. So double salt is the combination of two or more normal salt, two or more normal salt. So for example, you can see FeSO4. Here there is no replaceable H plus and OH minus, and that means this is the normal salt. So NH4 2PO4 dot 6H2O. Here you can see there is no replaceable H plus OH minus ion. This is normal salt, this is the normal salt. These two combinations are present in the salt. That's why this is called double salt. So for example, you can see here K2SO4. This is the one normal salt. Next to one more normal salt, Mg2SO4. One more normal salt here. So these are stable only in the solid state. Last one is called as a complex salt. So generally complex salt is formed by the coordination compound D block element. So here what happened, no, the central, whatever the central metal atom is there here. So for example, I am talking about the one more. For example, K4FeCN6 will be there here. You can see here iron is a D block element. Here we can easily identify complex salt. So the complex salt, no, you can see bracket like this. You can see these are formed by the central metal atom bonded to surrounding molecular ion via coordinate bond. So for example, when we are dissolving in the water, only K plus only will dissolve. So whatever the these FeCN6 will be there, no, this will not at all dissolve. This means partial, not fully dissociation, partial dissociation will be happen. So in this we can see this one Na2 FeCN5 NO 2H2O. These are like some of the example of complex salt.